Okay, welcome back, and by popular demand, not really, just like 2 or 3 people, had inquiries about the motor and the assembly here, and what I used, and how I did it. So here you go. First, we'll disassemble here. As you can see here, that's just a 1/4-inch drive bit for a socket for a drill, which I'll get into here in a second. But this just pops out, and you can see really simple device there. Piece of plastic. There's your drive bit for your 1/4-inch sockets, and that's a 1/4-inch nut. I rudimentarily glued on there. Anyway, here's the motor. I have it secured by this wire here, you can see, which is just basic strapping. You can see here, really simple. This is by design. I wanted it to be simple for maintenance purposes, so that all just comes and folds out of the way. And before I take this off here, I'm going to show you how it's on there. You can see that. I just have plastic hot glued together in layers, and cut to my specifications to kind of hook onto the back of the bottom of that motor assembly, which I'll get into more here in a second. But there you can see how I got it latched on there as I wiggle it off here or there. Wiggle it off. Anyway, so that comes out like that. And all this is your basic, handheld powered screwdriver head without the handle and the switch, which I have relocated in the cockpit by transferring through these 2 wires here. And I didn't even do anything fancy to attach them. I just fed it through there and spun it, and it works fine. I didn't solder it or anything, or use any binder clips or anything. I probably should have, but I did a nice job there on the connections, but I needed that to be quick and easy because I don't always use my motor. Sometimes I like to just paddle. It is a kayak. Anyway, so go get yourself a $15, maybe a $20 little handheld screwdriver. The main purpose is you want that gear head to provide the torque you need to spin the motor in the water, and that's it. It's probably more than enough, but it's a low voltage motor. It's a reliable gearbox, that can handle the torque. It's pretty reliable. All I did was unscrew it and took the handle off. And this assembly pretty much just stays together like that, and you can figure out which is positive or negative, whichever you need, however you wire the switch up, and however you wire the 12-volt feed to it. That's up to you. It'll run off 6 volts just fine. In fact, that's how I ran it for a while. I just ran it off the little rechargeable battery that came with it, but I didn't think that was as reliable, so I just connected it straight to the drive circuit. So the speed actually varies with the speed of the motor, so if it's on speed 1, it'll turn real slow, and I've got more accurate turning. That clips in. I spin that a few times. Push it down. I like to keep that wire loose like that, just because. Hopefully it's all still going to work here. on my reassembly here. So with this is quite obvious. The control wire hooks to the back here, and you can fashion that however you want. You know, however you can figure out how to do that. You know, I just drilled a hole through it, but I will tell you this: when you drill through this, don't do it in this position, otherwise all the shavings will fall straight down into the motor. That's just a bare motor, and this hole goes straight down into it. So if you drill your shavings, they're going to go down there and stick to all the magnets, and you basically toasted your motor, unless you're smart enough to be able to take it apart, clean the motor efficiently, and put it back together, which is, I can assure you, quite a pain in the butt. So drill this on its side or upside down. And if you do, put a magnet right inside, or right on the side of the tube. Just like place a magnet right here where you're going to drill your holes, and it will catch all your shavings, so they won't go anywhere. You can just drag it out the hole. Use 2 magnets and keep dragging it out, and that's a good way to catch all your shavings. Anyway, this video is going to be longer than I wanted. So this part, obviously you want a little bit of torque. So to catch more of this piece, you want it to wrap a little bit. So when I put it in, I actually stick it in from the bottom here, like that. And then I spin it once. So I've got just one twist, one overlap. Okay. And then, let's see here. There's got to be a little bit of torque on that. So I got to pull back, so there's a little bit of tension. There we go. Okay. Sorry about the camera disruption there. And here's your test, which I'll show you. Oh, here's the switch. Right there. See it? It's a little fucked up right now, but it works. Motor's on. Engage. Engage. Needs to be adjusted. It's not turning all the way right now, but there you go. That's the motor. That's how it works. Happy birthday. Happy trails, happy kayaking, and good luck in your adventures in modifying your kayaks with trolling motors. See you later.